How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video we're going to focus on the 94 overall future star Garrett Crochet. This card is unhittable. I was one pitch away from a no-hitter, so we'll go ahead and hop right into it. Now, I know that's a little bit of a spoiler, but once we get into this gameplay, I don't think it will necessarily matter as much. We have 94 Garrett Crochet on the mound, and this card has outlier. He throws 102 miles per hour, but the most important thing about this card is getting off to an early start. And that kind of goes without saying for every starting pitcher, but especially Garrett Crochet. Because he's more of a power pitcher, he doesn't have the greatest control on some of his pitches, and he only has 4 pitches. So you have to get the confidence up on almost at least 3 of them. It's best to get the confidence up on the 4-seam, the slider, and the changeup. His 2-seam is also pretty good, but as you can see, we struck out the side in the first inning. That's probably the best possible start that you can have in terms of confidence, right? All of those pitches should be almost maxed out, and we started off the game with an infield base hit from Jackie Robinson. So we have a great opportunity to just put the ball in play. I went with the contact swing from Mike Trout. His Mike Trout makes a weird play on defense, so we're going first to third, trying to be aggressive early on in the game. I have to score a lot of runs. I have been receiving that blue screen error message where my game will just crash after the 6th inning. So with that being said, we have to put up a lot of runs if we want to try and actually win the game. But nonetheless, we're going to get a good amount of content with these future star players, with these brand new Season 2 Team Affinity Diamonds. This is a very interesting play right here. Vlad Jr. throws the ball to second base as he was kind of almost touching the bag, but he didn't touch it. He didn't get the animation to touch the bag, so we are trying to capitalize on a few extra runs right here. 2-out rally. Jorge Posada gets a seeing eye single. He has that high contact attribute. That is the main reason why I'm using him over Jimmy Fox at catcher, alongside the fact that he has a much stronger arm. Anyway, here we get the first ball in play in the 2nd inning. First ball put in play by the opponent, and we're going with that 2-seam. Trying to get that 2-seam confidence up, working the outer half, trying to use that to tunnel the slider inside. If you don't really know what I mean by tunneling the pitch, it makes it look like it's a strike because of the previous pitch that I threw. That 2-seam out on the outer half will make that slider inside look more like a strike and a hittable pitch, but it's not going to be hittable. At least it's not designed to be. Here, David Ortiz cashing in another run. Chipper Jones scoring from second base, and now we're going with the fastball up in the zone, trying to get him to expand the strike zone and be ready for that fastball. I was able to get him with the strikeout earlier on that pitch. Don't want to go to it too often because you can hit pitches above and below the strike zone in this game, depending on your swing timing. If the opponent was extremely early, he might be able to pull that pitch for a no-doubter or even a perfect. I've hit some pitches above the strike zone. I've given up home runs above the strike zone. So with that being said, if he's selling out for the fastball, he might catch one and smash it. But that's not going to happen that last inning. Got another strikeout on Mike Trout. That was number 8 in the ball game. 8 out of 12 batters have been struck out so far. Now we're in the top of the 5th, trying to get another one here. 9 out of 13 outs, 4 strikeouts. This card is incredible. At the same time, if the opponent is all over him in the 1st inning, he's not going to do well. He's not going to be able to go deep into the game. It's all about the pitch count. It's all about the confidence and how well you're able to control that Garrett Crochet card. I think he has the potential to be the most effective starting pitcher out of the Season 2 Diamonds, depending on how you are able to use him, right? In this first game, I pitched pretty well with him. Does that mean he's the best pitcher in the entire game? No, absolutely not. I think that there are other pitchers that have more movement, other pitchers that are more finesse-style pitchers, but here we have Garrett Crochet up to bat, and he is cashing in a run. Look at Vlad Jr. He didn't catch that one. He finally missed one, and it is a hit for the pitcher. Garrett Crochet, in his debut, gets an RBI, helping himself out. That is incredible. Now we're going with another contact swing from Trout. A couple contact swings in this game, but they were all effective, right? I think SDS will eventually patch the contact swing, but if I'm playing on Hall of Fame, if you guys are playing on Legend, you might want to consider contact swinging every now and then. This swing right here is a regular X swing. Waited on it long enough, got even a just late contact. That pitch is below the zone. That's really the only way to hit that pitch. It's very difficult to get under a pitch that's way below the strike zone, probably in the dirt. But we're actually one swing away from the mercy rule and the no-hitter with Garrett Crochet. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., quick like a fox over there, makes the play. His reaction is insane. And David Ortiz obviously not on the baseball 100%. But we're starting off the 7th inning with another strikeout. 73 pitches so far. Make it 74. 0-1 count to Nick Solak. I missed the feedback with early timing, and it would have been a perfect pitch. It would have been located inside. It looked like this opponent was a little bit late. Who knows? That pitch was directly right down the middle, but not only does there go our no-hitter, but also it puts us in an interesting situation where we could actually lose this game at any time, right? Past the 7th inning, I could get the blue screen error message at any time. We got to get those runs back. We have to try and mercy rule this opponent right here, right now, in this inning. He has Corbin Burns in the game. He's going to take him out after Alfonso Soriano goes deep on the cutter, low and away. He brings in Bruce Sutter, and Bruce Sutter gives up a no-doubt home run to Byron Buxton, and that is going to be a walk-off mercy rule. We put up 5 runs in 1 inning. 1 pitch away from a no-hitter, but it wasn't really a no-hitter, right? That's why I said it wouldn't be much of a spoiler. The highlight of this was 15 strikeouts, and I thought about putting that in the title, but I figured we would go with the no-hitter because I didn't want to spoil how well Garrett Crochet pitched in terms of Ks, and it was a shortened inning game regardless, so it would have had to be a 9-inning game for it to count as a no-hitter, at least in my eyes. But with that said, let's go ahead and get into the event. We're also trying out this Josiah Gray card. I don't know how good he's going to be. On All-Star difficulty, all pitchers can get lit up, but very first pitch, fastball inside to Willy Adames. Probably not the greatest decision right there. That fastball looked pretty flat. I feel like you have to, get the confidence up on his fastball as well before it has any two-seam tailing action to it. And that was not the case there, but we're getting one back with Jackie Robinson. This event looks pretty good. I like this event because you can parallel some pretty good players and also use a variety of brand new cards with the Season 2 Team Affinities as well as the Season 1 Team Affinities. But nonetheless, this event pretty solid. We're facing Pedro Martinez here, and I've had a tougher time against Pedro Martinez on Hall of Fame difficulty. I feel like because he's so easy to use, with pinpoint pitching and so easy to control, that he can be very difficult when you're going up against a good player using him. But here we're playing on All-Star. He's not as effective, but we also got a little bit lucky, right? Cody Bellinger hits a perfect line drive right to Yordan Alvarez. Yordan Alvarez misses the ball out there in left field. He has common defense, but that's going to open up an opportunity for Willie Mays to go deep. 94 overall, Season 2, Team Affinity, Willie Mays. I think this card is really good, kind of a little bit underrated from most people. He does get diamond defense at parallel tier 4, but I'm College Lefty, and that was Garrett Crochet's debut. Peace out.